I want to tell you a story told by my ancestors hundreds of years ago, a story about how the world came to be. But before I can tell you about the beginning of the world, I have to tell you about the beginning before the beginning. You see, before that beginning, there was something, the void, called Ginnungagap. And in that void, there was nothing in the void, but north to it was Niflheim, a realm of mist, ice, and darkness. And to the south of the void was Muspelheim, a realm of fire and lava. In Niflheim is a river with boiling water called Ymir. It overflowed and divided into 11 rivers that ran towards the void. As the boiling water came more and more into the void, it froze and turned into ice. As more water froze to ice, soon the northern part of Ginnungagap was covered in ice, snow, and frost. Sparks of fire from Muspelheim landed in the void and melted the ice. From there, a giant rose. This was Ymir. Ymir is the all-father to the giants. He was so fertile that giant babies was born from his legs and from the sweat of his armpits. But before all of these generations of giants were born, Ymir was never alone. A hornless cow rose from where ice met fire. This was Audhumla, and Ymir survived by drinking her milk, and she survived by licking the salty frost from rocks in Ginnungagap. 3 days passed, and from where Audhumla had licked the salty frost from rocks, a man-like figure appeared. This was Burier, the all-father to the gods. He was described as big and handsome, and soon a son followed. This was Bor, and Bor married the giant Bestla, and they together had 3 sons, Odin, Vile, and Vi, and they were the first Aesir gods, also known as war gods. These boys were gifted and clever, and they wanted more for their existence. The extreme environment in Muspelheim and Niflheim wasn't that attractive, and they wanted to make something else. I have to tell you that, according to the tales, Ymir was malicious, chaotic, and destructive, and Odin and his brother was tired of his malicious schemes and terror. So they caught and killed him, and decided to use his body to create a world. The blood was turned into the oceans, and it flooded and drowned all the giants except for Belgelmir and his wife, who would carry on the legacy of the giants and pass on their hatred for the gods, remembering what happened this day, and that they would avenge Ymir's death on Ragnarok, the end of the world. Odin and his brother turned Ymir's meat into the land and his hair as vegetation. The bones was turned into mountain and the teeth as rocks. The scalp was used as the sky, and they used the brain for clouds and took sparks from Muspelheim to put as stars to create the night sky. Maggots in the flesh turned into dwarves, skilled craftsmen living in the mountains digging for treasure. They took 4 of them and placed 1 in each corner of the sky to hold it up. They were called Northern, Southern, Eastern, Western. And so it was that the world was created. The world consists of 9 different realms that are held up by an enormous tree. This tree works as a spine to the world. And this is the world tree Yggdrasil. If the tree was to fall, the world would collapse and the world would crumble into pieces and dust. As for the different realms, you know the first 2, Muspelheim and Niflheim. Niflheim resides in the underworld, deep under Yggdrasil. One of Yggdrasil's 3 big roots grows deep into Niflheim, reaching Valgelma, the boiling river. Frost giants lives in Niflheim, equivalent to the misty, cold, dark realm. Fire giants live in Muspelheim, the realm of fire and lava. All the giants reside in Jotunheim. The land is mostly covered by rocks and wilderness and close dark forests, not a very fruitous landscape. As for the gods, we distinguish between the Aesir gods and the Vanir gods. As for the Aesir gods, they are war gods, And for the Vanir gods, they are gods of nature and fertility. They live in Vanaheim. As for the Aesir gods like Odin and his brothers, they live in Asgard. The dwarves live in the realm of Svartalheim, which is a realm deep in the mountains where caves are dug where no light can reach. And they are also known as dark elves. Equivalent to dark elves, they are light elves, and they live in Elfheim, which is a realm out in the open with fortuitous nature and light. The light elves are magical, minor gods of nature and fertility. They're also known to inspire poets, musicians, and artists, and also known as guardian angels to humans. As for the dead, they live in Helheim, which is in the underworld, ruled by Hel. As for the humans, we live in Midgard. And the realm is next to Jotunheim, which is why Odin and his brothers took Ymir's eyelashes to create a wall to divide the two realms in order to protect us humans from the giants. Odin and his brothers also created the first humans, Ask and Embla. They took some ash and elm tree and then created the first man Ask and then the first woman Embla. So there you have it, the beginning of all beginnings. In the next video, I want to tell you more about the gods and their world.